Good morning. Welcome back to Kosi's Arsenal podcast. My name is Kosi, and of course, in this video, I do come with all the January transfer targets and business. How is it gonna roll out? Who is getting out? Who is coming in? Smash a like on the video. 500 likes, make no mistake, is our target this year, and 50k subscribers is our target. And to hit that, you guys have got to subscribe. Why not? Make no mistake, I do welcome you back to the channel and I love you guys so much. Thanks for the love. Let's get into those transfers that I think Arsenal will be trying to do in January, probably, throughout the whole of the year, and those players that actually will leave throughout the year and even in January. So I'll start with the players that actually would come in, because I know most of you, that is what you want. Cause who are we signing? Cause who are those players that could actually come in? I'm here to answer your question. Make no mistake, smash the like button and join the channel as a member. Join the channel as a member. The join button is below, and of course, after subscribing, join as a member. That is it. You've joined the Kosi's Arsenal army. So in this January transfer window, we are linked with a couple of players, but it is good that Mikel Arteta has come out and clarified on the situation. He said we are actually going to be looking at bringing in, those players that we actually need. Our focus will be on letting players go, the deadwood. I mean, he didn't call them deadwood, but you understand. Our squad is a little bit unsustainable. We need 25 players to be registered, and we have 27. So at least we need 2 players off. One of them has already gone, and I'll discuss that in the later minutes of the video. But he's true. Arteta makes a point when he says we need to let some players go. We need to clear out some players before we actually even think about bringing in new players. So who are these players that could actually be linked to us throughout the year, especially in January, and why would we or would we not sign them? I'm only going to consider the serious transfers. Number one is Julian Brandt. Now, Brandt has been linked with Arsenal for the past 2 weeks, and his stories have been very, very strong, I should say, because there are stories that we had actually agreed a price with Dortmund verbally, which Dortmund actually came out and denied very, very strongly and said, no, look, we have not agreed anything with Arsenal. If he's going to join any club, it would be in the summer, not in the winter. And of course, they blew off everything that we were trying to build in there. Good job, Borussia Dortmund. Good job. I've always thought him as a very nice player, very good player, 24 years of age, very talented. He has the magic we want, because literally we want someone who can create chances for our, dear Aubameyang, or for our dear Lacazette, and also to help out the young ones in Saka and Martinelli, so that we can actually have a formidable force going forward. All of us know that we need a number 10, and that has been, our concern whole season. A number 10, a creative player, an attacking midfielder, call it whatever we want, you want. And with how Sema deal looking like it's off, or it might not be done in January, Arsenal need to look elsewhere. And the first place we looked at was Dortmund, and we went for Julian Brandt, valued at around 20-25 million. You think he's in the right price range for Arsenal? But the truth is, I don't think Arsenal will actually get him in January, because Dortmund don't look like they are willing to sell. We have contacted the player, and there are reports that actually the player would want to join the club, but it is still very far from happening. The second player, who is a little bit more realistic, by the way, would be Isco. But the problem is we face competition from Sevilla, and Isco, Sevilla, the Spanish association, the Spanish link. He would rather play in Spain, stay in Spain, than actually join Arsenal. And I think Sevilla, this is not to disrespect Arsenal, Sevilla are more attractive than Arsenal this season. So if he decides to go for Sevilla, I would only understand. But Arsenal only want to take him for on a 6-month loan deal, which Real Madrid would actually consider as a yes, because Isco has already told them, look, I want to leave. I want to find somewhere I can get footballing time, and that is what we can offer. And I think Isco, is really desperate to leave Real Madrid. He needs somewhere he can play football. He's a footballer, 28 years of age. His career still has around 5 years. If Willian signed 3 years at 32 years of age, then Isco's Isco's career has around 5 years still on. Yeah. So of course the problem is would he work at Arsenal? Would he even become that star we want? Does he have the creative magic stick that we want from him anymore? Those are questions that could be answered when he comes at the club. But that is it. We are also looking at Isco rivaling with Sevilla. Madrid will let him go probably because he comes, we pay his wages. Yeah, he gets off the wage burden at least for some time. It's a good deal. It's a good deal. I love Isco. I cannot really write him off. If we got him, he would be a nice player. But tell you what, this is my choice, and I think Arsenal should go for this man, Emiliano Buendia from Norwich City. Now, we've been linked with Emi Buendia for now 3 months. Ever since the transfer window in the summer closed down, we were linked with Emi Buendia. We should have signed Emi Buendia and so on. I think he would have been a perfect signing, by the way, for Arsenal in the summer. Based on the fact that we had already known that we are not going to have a creative player in house somewhere earlier enough, we should have thought of Thomas Partey, and we should have thought of Emiliano Buendia as well. But the way Arsenal do their business, we never went in for him. And what happened after that is we go out for Emi Buendia. We failed to sign him up. Yeah. Now he is twice the price we had to pay. Because then he was around 25 million. You could get him. Right now, he is almost 35, 40 million. And it's really going to be, it's a no-brainer. Arsenal need him. We need that, such a kind of player. He is absolutely wonderful. The way he plays the ball, the way he runs with the ball, the runs and everything. I think it's a no-brainer that Arsenal need him. But do we actually have the guts to pay the 40 million to get him out of the championship? I think it would be a very good deal, by the way, if Arsenal was serious. Let's see how things will be manning up. Yeah, I don't want to write us off that deal, and I don't want us to be very optimistic of a deal that could actually not happen. So Emiliano Buendia is the other player that I think Arsenal will be closely thinking about in this January transfer window. And to make myself clear, I think Buendia and Isco are the two players that are very, very, possibly, could join Arsenal. Maybe if not both of them, then one of them. Yeah, those are the two players I look at and I'm like, okay, Arsenal could actually go for this one. But we have also been linked with a couple of other players, like Barcelona's Ricky Pig. I've already said much about him. I love the player. He's 21 years of age. That means, according to the Brexit rules, we can sign him. But there are a lot of, there are a couple of tendencies if you're gonna sign him, because he is not. Possibly is not among the 15-point players, so we have to go through a lot of bureaucracy to sign him. But I think Ricky Pig would also be a very, very interesting player, especially now that the club's performance is based on young lads. He is 21. He could just fit in with Martinelli, Saka, Ricky Pig, Smith Rowe. Probably we get a younger striker. Things man up. We become youngsters FC. But the other player we are linked with and is attracting my attention is Marcel Sabitzer. Now, I've already talked about Sabitzer as one of those players that could actually change the fate of Arsenal this season. Very talented, very young, 26 years of age. I mean, is he very young? Okay, not very young, but the right timing of age. You have a player who is 26 years of age, available, 1 year and a half, contract left. It doesn't look like he's going to sign a new contract. He wants bigger wages, around 200k or 150k. Leipzig cannot offer. They signed a replacement in Dominic Szoboszlai, linked closely to Tottenham, though Marcel Sabitzer rather than Arsenal. But I think we can hijack that deal. Leipzig were around 45 million. I would agree. I mean, if they ask for 45 million, you understand he's a world-class player, I should say. Another Jack Grealish kind of player. I think Jack Grealish is a little bit more elevated, but make no mistake, Sabitzer is highly, highly talented. So if Arsenal can only go for Sabitzer, then we don't need to get Buendia, we don't need Isco. We have one player, and he's very, very versatile. He can play on the left wing, right wing, and through the middle. Very good at creating chances. maybe he's the kind of player Arsenal need. Maybe he's the kind of the player Arsenal need, but I cannot really confirm that, Arsenal will be going for him. But all I can say is he would be a very, very nice deal to do. However, we can also look at the players that are getting out of Arsenal. Who are those players that will be leaving the club this January transfer window, or even this year? First and foremost, Scotland Mustafi. His contract runs down in the summer. He's been linked with a couple of teams in Italy, where he could actually find his career ending, because he's not that young, and I don't think he's that good. If he gets a chance to sign for one other club, it will be the end. I think he will move in the summer. Very difficult to move in January, but I think if Arsenal can work hard, we can actually make him move in the January transfer window, get some little money out of him, but also cut him off the wage bill. Sid Kolasinac is the other player. He has already left on loan for Shark offer for 6 months, back to Relegation FC. He's from Relegation FC. He's going to Relegation FC, so I don't think he's going to miss any kind of environment at Shark 04. So that one has gone. He has been getting 100k per week, burden reduced. The other player I would want to see him go in this January transfer window would be Mesut Ozil. But the truth is, Ozil is going to be staying at the club. He'll be joining Fenerbahce in June. Again, he's another player that's getting a lot of money, and he's hindering us from signing, big players. Because if he leaves and you bring in Sabitzer, instead of giving Sabitzer 350, you're gonna give him 150. Or 200. You're saving 150k per week, which I think was a little bit more of an exaggerated contract for Mesut Ozil. Make no mistake, I really love him and I rate him a lot as one of our best players, in the past 10 years. So I think Ozil would be, will consider letting Ozil go, but we shall also consider letting William Saliba go as well on loan. We have a meeting. There must be a meeting between his representatives and Mikel Arteta and Edu to see whether the young lad actually stays at the club or goes out. PSV Eindhoven are interested, and a couple of other clubs are also interested in his services on loan, though. However, the side or his side, would also want a permanent deal, which I don't think works in our favor, because right now, with David Luiz, Scotland Mustafi, and Socrates Papastopoulos all heading out, plus Chambers probably, we shall need the services of William Saliba at least next season. Make no mistake, that is the end of this video. Smash the like button. Happy New Year. Please do subscribe. Don't forget to give me your comments. Who do you want to see at Arsenal this year?